Okay.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Teletherapy Tuesday. I'm really excited to be here today. I have a special co-star, Cailiff, but before I even introduce him, let me do a couple shout outs. I wanted to do a shout out to my middle schoolers at Boone Middle School in Florida. Thank you so much for getting online, meeting with me, being team players. I only have 2 of you still ignoring me, so I will find you. Another thing I wanted to mention was shout out to my student JDSL. It's your girl SGHN saying thank you for being a good listener and always watching my show. And I also want to thank my mom who came over today. We stayed 12 feet apart, but she left this at my door. And her friend made this for me. It's teal or turquoise, which is my favorite colors. And she hand sewed it. So thank you, Marilyn. So sweet of you to help out your essential workers. Okay, so today I have a very special guest. His name is Cailiff. He is joining us all the way from South Jersey. So Cailiff, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? How old are you?
8.
8 years old? Okay, cool. And what kind of shows do you like to watch on TV?
Usually just YouTube.
Nice. And when you watch YouTube, what do you type into the search bar?
Like gaming and vlogs.
Nice. Okay. Those are really cool things to watch on YouTube. Very cool. And what subjects do you like at school?
Mostly science.
Nice. When you grow up, what do you want to be?
A YouTuber.
What? That's awesome. Well, hey, maybe this is your start right now because I'm going to post this on YouTube later. This will be your premiere. All right. Well, thank you so much for being on our show today, Cailiff. Cailiff is my nephew. Very smart, very sweet kid. What we're going to do today is we're just going to go over a couple of social skills activities, identifying appropriate versus inappropriate things to say in social situations, which is an IEP goal that many of my kids have. And I'm going to go over a low-tech way to do this goal and also a high-tech way. I want to keep Cailiff interested because I know he's a tech person. All right, Cailiff. What we're going to do first is we're going to look at our schedule that I made specifically for you. I'm just going to hit share screen. I'm going to go pull it up. Okay. So Cailiff, can you see that?
Yes.
Good. All right. So we did our greeting. Normally I would review our rules, but Cailiff doesn't need that. So now we're going to do our low-tech social game. After that, we'll do our high-tech social game, and then I let Cailiff play a Roblox game. Make sure when you're letting the child pick a Roblox game that it's socially appropriate, because some of them have guns and stuff, so we just have to make sure that they pick one that is more socially appropriate. Okay, so now I'm going to hit stop share, and I'm going to set up my low-tech game. What's cool about this is you really don't need to share anything but what you see right now. So I don't have to hit share screen. Everything I set up is going to be right in front of you. So that's kind of the advantage of low tech. All right. So what I'm going to do is I found this game on Teachers Pay Teachers a while ago. I've been using this game for years. So it's called Say It or Filter It. I even added an extra element to mine because some things are okay to say sometimes, so they're kind of like in between. So I added that one. But basically, you just go to Teachers Pay Teachers, you type in Say It or Filter It, and you can purchase the game. I think it's like, I don't know, $3 or $4, something like that. And then you have a PDF, and you can cut out these labels and put them, I put them on empty Herbalife containers, but you can put them on any kind of container that you have. Okay, so what this activity is I'm going to read you a sentence and you tell me if I should say it, if it's okay, or filter it. Now you can also take this a step further and you can show them a little visual to help them. That is a nice thing to say. That is an okay thing to say. That is a mean thing to say. You can also blow that up, put it in a PowerPoint, but I didn't want to get too high tech for you. This is very low tech. All right. So Cailiff, I'm going to hit you. Ooh, is that a nice thing to say, okay thing to say, mean thing to say?
Mean thing to say.
Good. Now I can make this more exciting. I have a little bell. I can go bing whenever he gets it right. That annoys him. Obviously, I won't do that. But it just depends on his sensory issues if he doesn't mind hearing a bell or not. Okay, here's another one. I hate online learning. It's so boring. Is that something you should say? Okay to say? Don't say.
Don't say.
Good. All right. Here's another one. Oh, this is a good one. I hate the shirt you bought me. Is that a nice thing to say? Okay thing to say? Mean thing to say?
Mean thing.
Good. Perfect. That's a really important skill because there are going to be times in your life where people buy you things that you don't like, but they went out of their way to buy it for you. So you have to show them respect, and you can tell a little white lie and say you like it, or at least say thank you. You know, they don't have to know that you don't like it because that's just going to hurt their feelings. And just think of how you would feel if, you know, you went and bought someone something and with your own money and you saved up and they said, oh, I don't like this. Like, you'd be kind of hurt, right? Okay. Now, another thing I like to mention is I always try to review what things are okay to say, because that can kind of be one of those blurry lines where it's kind of hard to tell what's okay to say. Like, for example, this says, I'm very angry. I like to tell the kids that is okay to say. It's okay to let people know how you're feeling. It just depends how you say it. You want to say it in a respectful way. You want to say it in an appropriate way. You wouldn't say, I'm very angry because you're annoying. Okay, that's not appropriate. You would say, I'm very annoying. I'm very angry because like what you're doing is frustrating me. And that would be okay to say. Okay, so let's do a couple more and then we'll move to our next activity. Okay, what about this one? You're not my friend. Do you think that say it, it's okay to say, or filter it?
I think it's okay.
Right, and me and Cailiff, we talked about this earlier. It depends what happened. Like if in the situation they did something really nasty to you and you feel like they deserve to not be your friend anymore, it really depends on the situation. Most of the time, I would probably say filter it and keep it to yourself, because even if somebody makes you mad, maybe you'll feel differently the next day, but it really depends on what the situation was. So I would accept okay or filter it in that type of situation, depending on the situation. All right, let's do one more. Oh, your picture looks so nice. Say it, okay, filter it.
Say it.
Good, that's a really nice thing to say. People always like compliments. All right, and I would go ding when you get it right. All right, so that was an example of a low-tech activity. Let's put this away now, and I will show you another way to model the same type of strategy, but this time it's going to be with a more of a high-tech. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull up my screen to show Cailiff what we're going to do next. So we did our low-tech social game, so now we're going to do our high-tech social game. Okay. In order to do my high-tech social game, I need to pull up my Lonely Air Screen Receiver, it's called. Lonely Screen AirPlay Receiver. You can download that for free. You can do the demo for free. What I found is I paid for the $15 version. It's $15 a year, but then it's not glitching out on me as much, so it's much more reliable. So to me, it was like, oh, it's worth $15. Okay, so I pull up my Lonely Screen AirPlay Receiver, which is going to allow me to mirror my iPad. I go to my iPad. I'm going to go from the right-hand side and swipe down. In the middle, I'm going to see screen mirroring. I'm going to type touch screen mirroring. Then I'm going to type, I keep saying type, touch Gant, and then that's the name of my network. Whatever your network name is, you just touch that. And as soon as I touch that, it's going to mirror exactly what's on my iPad. And then I also tapped Gant again to make sure it was mirroring. And now I'm just tapping anywhere like I would use my iPad normally. And now the child can see my iPad. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my social skills because I have all my apps organized. So I'm going to go to the group where it says social skills. There it goes. Okay. So now he can see my screen, and now we can model using, or we can practice identifying appropriate versus inappropriate things to say. Again, I'm going to go to my social skills group with all my social skills apps.
Take a look at the thinking with their eyes, listening to the is that
And sometimes the audio might glitch out a little bit, and that's just like a thing that's going to happen on all the programs. So you could just review it. Okay, you look at the students. Do they look like they're demonstrating appropriate or inappropriate behavior? Appropriate would be expected. Inappropriate would be unexpected.
Expected.
Perfect.
the kids in the group? Are there bodies, brains, and eyes in the group? Is that expected or unexpected?
Okay, so if we look at the students sitting in the circle, are they demonstrating expected or unexpected behavior?
Expected.
Perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to do my social quest game, which is also identifying appropriate versus inappropriate things to say. Okay, so I already put Cailiff in there. All right, there it goes. Okay, so I would just pull up Social Quest. I was playing this with my middle schoolers, actually, and they really liked it.
Apps. Welcome to your social quest.
All right, and that's cool because this kind of happens in a regular therapy session. Like, I have to be flexible. All right, so what we're gonna do is, let's go back to our low-tech game. Miss Sarah, your Teletherapy Tuesday session is lame. All right, so do you think that is a nice thing to say, an okay thing to say, or a mean thing to say?
Mean thing to say.
Very good. All right. And you know, I understand, like, if you think that, that's okay. You're allowed to have your opinion. It's just when you have a mean opinion, it's better to keep that to yourself so you don't hurt other people's feelings. Okay, here's another one. I like your hair today. Do you think that is a nice thing to say, okay, or a mean thing?
Nice thing.
Perfect. That is a nice thing to say. Okay, how about this one? I am worried. Do you think that is a nice thing to say, okay, or mean thing to say?
Okay.
Yeah, that's an okay thing to say. It's okay to express your feelings, even if those are negative feelings. It's okay to feel that way. It's just how you say it, as long as it's in a respectful manner. Okay, there it goes. So now it's time for your Roblox reward. Hopefully we can get that to work. We'll find out. All right, so what I'm going to have you do is you're going to go ahead and touch the screen, the share screen green button at the bottom of your screen.
Yep.
Okay.
Then tap on.
Yep, tap on the left box you see, and then pull up your game. Okay, there it goes. Cool. All right. So I'm going to give you 5 minutes to play your game. You earned it. You were very patient today. I appreciate that.
Family, we are back and we are on this Roblox theme park tycoon, you guys. We are building our own theme park in Roblox. I'm excited. You hear the music? You guys hear the music? Whoa, let me get off the street. Oh, hey, y'all hear the music? Happy Saturday to everybody out there, you guys. Kevin Edwards Jr.'s theme park, you guys. We're going to have the best theme park in Roblox. I see this guy over here kind of doing his thing.
Have you started building a theme park yet in one of your games?
Yeah, I finished one once and I'm starting a new one.
Oh, that's really cool. Next time I get you on here, you have to show it to me, okay?
Okay.
Sorry we're having a couple of issues with screen share, but that's what this whole online learning thing is about, being flexible and finding other ways to do things. So I want to say thank you so much for being with us today. If you liked our show, please hit the thumbs up button. This is Cailiff's YouTube premiere, and one day he might be a YouTuber, so you have to look him up. Cailiff, thank you so much for everything, kiddo.
You're welcome.
You enjoy the rest of your weekend, okay?
Okay, you too.
All right, bye.
Bye.